Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Brandon Riley. Today, our team, comprised of Alex, Corey, Drew, Joseph, and myself, are excited to introduce you to MajorHelp, a powerful platform designed to help prospective students, current students, alumni, and professors connect with their ideal college. With MajorHelp, users can search for colleges from across the country, view real student and faculty ratings, and easily calculate tuition based on their specific needs. Whether you're comparing in-state versus out-of-state costs, exploring different majors, or just browsing, our intuitive calculator and detailed school profiles make the decision process clearer than ever. You can also favorite schools you're interested in, build a personal list, and come back anytime to continue your search. The goal is simple: empower students and educators with transparent, easy to access information so they can make the best academic choices possible. Let's jump in and take a look how it works. Deciding where you want to go to college, whether you're starting fresh, looking to transfer, or even considering a job at a new university, can be incredibly overwhelming. Students and professors are often faced with too many scattered resources, different websites for tuition information, separate places for reviews, and no real easy way to compare all options side by side. Important factors like tuition costs, program quality, campus culture, and real experiences from students and faculty can be hard to find and even harder to trust. As a result, many people are forced to make major educational or career decisions based on incomplete or outdated information without a simple, centralized way to calculate costs, browse schools, and see some honest feedback. The search process then becomes stressful and confusing instead of exciting and empowering. And this is the problem MajorHelp is designed to solve.
Hi, my name is Jubatel, and I'm going to be talking about our solution. To solve our problems, we created MajorHelp, a simple all-in-one platform that brings together everything that students, alumni, and professors may need to know about a university into one place. With our app, users can easily search for colleges based on their own interest. They can calculate tuition estimates with real-time financial data, and they can even view interactive maps to explore campus locations. We also offer discussion boards where prospective students, current students, and faculty can share their honest insights, experiences, and advice about different schools. And as users browse, they can favorite schools that they're interested in, building a personalized list to come back to any time and make any changes that they need to. Instead of hopping across multiple different websites and losing tons of options, Major Help gives users a single, organized space to explore, plan, and make more confident decisions about their education and career.
So I'm Alex, and for the technologies used for building our app, we use the Django as the main backend framework because it's fast to set up, easy with like built-in admin panel authentications and ORM. And then on the front end, we just use a mix of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for interactivity. For the database, we started using SQLite and tried to change over as our database got bigger, but we ended up making SQLite work since it was lightweight and easy to manage locally. And then for deployment, we used Render. Um, we used Render to host both the apps and static files because it was simple to connect with GitHub and deploy, and it deployed automatically after each commit. So how they fit together. Everything fits together like this. The Django serves as the core and it connects to the database. Handles user authentication, routing, and all logic. The templates serve dynamic content to users. CSS and JavaScript makes it interactive and user friendly. Render takes the GitHub repo and just makes it live, so that makes it's all unified, um, super streamlined. Nothing's complicated. Like once you push to one thing, it pushes to the other, and then it's all deployed on the internet for everybody else to use. For the technologies that worked well and didn't work well, so one thing we used that worked really well was the Django, and it made our lives so much easier. Something that didn't work out was the GitHub large file storage thing. So when pushing the database, it would get bigger each time we changed our database and added more schools. And I ended up having to purchase a larger data pack for it to all go through, which isn't really that annoying, but you know, it would have been better to have something that would work for free. Over the semester, our database had originally 25 schools, so we upgraded our database to have over 6,000 schools and over a couple 100,000 majors. There's a lot of majors in there, so our total database is about like 1.3 gigs. With Render, we had an issue. The free tier sometimes had a performance limit. I ended up having to upgrade to the 2 gigabyte RAM upgrade, and that pretty much fixed our problems. It was smooth again.
All right, so let's go ahead and start the demo. Today, we'll be looking at the MajorHelp web app from the perspective of a prospective college student looking at the University of South Carolina. Let's pretend this student's name is Frank. So let's go ahead and register him an account. I'm going to use my personal email here, but let's go ahead and create Frank an account using the username Frank02. It's very easy to go in and enter your username and password. You can also see the strength of the password, and then you select the correct role for your account. So if you're a prospective student looking for schools, you can select that along with current student, alumni, and university staff. So we'll go ahead and confirm this here, and I will get an email where I can authenticate my account. So let me go to that real quick. Boom. I see the email from MajorHelp.com, takes me back to the page where I have my password saved, and now I can make sure I got my password in correct and log in as Frank. And now we're back to the home screen.
Hello, my name is Corey Reed, and I'm going to continue in the point of view of Frank. So when I open the MajorHelp app, the first thing I notice is how easy it is to start searching by clicking the Search tab in the nav bar. I can choose to search by concentration, school, or major, depending on what matters most to me. So let's say I'm interested in a field like engineering, but I'm not sure which school offers the best programs, so I can go down to the concentration tab here and click on the engineering and technology field. This will offer me a list of universities that offer programs like computer engineering, software engineering, and chemical engineering. Or if I'm still undecided, I can even browse by the major itself by coming up here and clicking on major. Let's say I'm interested in computer science. Come up here, type in computer science, and I can see all the schools offering that major along with tuition ranges. Or if I already have a school in mind, maybe typing the University of South Carolina, I can come up here and type in University of South Carolina and immediately see all the majors and tuition info after clicking the drop down for this specific university. The search feature makes it super fast to compare my options without having to jump between different websites. It's clear, simple, and helps me stay organized as I narrow down where I want to apply.
All right, so let's say Frank has found a university that he really liked after searching through the MajorHelp website. Well, now he can go in and visit the university overview page. So he's chosen the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Here at the top of the page, he can see an About section, which allows him to gain some information on the university and provide some background, as well as like some fun facts. There's an average rating section where he can see ratings left by current student or alumni, as well as some statistics like graduation rate, number of undergrad students and grad students. Also, a rating where if he was a current student or alumni, he'd be able to submit a review, but however, it won't update since he's not currently enrolled or had been enrolled in the school. And he can also see some reviews left by current students and alumni down here at the bottom. He also has the ability to go up here and remove a school from favorites or add it back to favorites. Since he liked this school so much earlier, he had already gone in and added to favorites. But yeah, this is the university overview page.
So after viewing the university overview, Frank is still really curious about what the major has to offer. So he decides to check out the majors that the university offers, and he decides to check out computer information systems, which is right here. Doing so takes him to the detailed major overview page. Right at the top you can see the name of the major, and under that you can see a link back to the University of South Carolina where he can click it if he wants to go back to that page and learn even more about the university itself. Next, you can see a description that talks about what you'll be learning about. Everything from programming to network systems to cybersecurity, even system analysis. Right? It gives the information of what you'll be learning, and this is super helpful because it gives a clear idea of what Frank will be studying, not just the title of the program. Next, we have the tuition. The tuition shows the tuition for both in-state and out-of-state students, along with the price for both undergrad and graduate students. This helps students like Frank here plan financially and make sure he can handle the debt of this class. Next, you can see key university stats such as graduation rate and the amount of students, both undergrad and grad students. This is an important stat because it shows the size of the university to Frank, and he can decide if the university is too big or it's too small and he wants to go somewhere else. So after looking at the university, Frank really likes it, so he decides to add it to favorite. Doing so allows Frank to go into his favorite tabs and kind of just select the university for next time, allowing him to compare it with others. So all the way at the bottom, there's reviews that Frank can see from alumni and current students, see what they have to say about the major, right? As you can see here, there's a comment, and if Frank was an alumni or current student, he'd be able to leave a review.
Hello everybody, my name is Joseph Bruce, and I'll be talking about the tuition calculator. After favoring a few schools and majors, Frank is ready to figure out what it's actually going to cost him. He heads over to the tuition calculator page. Right away, the page invites him to start by choosing his school. He types University of South Carolina in the search bar, and once he finds it, he hits submit. Super easy and fast. Now that Frank has selected his school, the calculator automatically updates, and he can choose whether he's planning to attend as in-state or out-of-state, since tuition can vary a lot depending on that. Since Frank is from North Carolina, he hits out-of-state. Next, Frank moves on to picking his concentration. He chooses engineering and technology, and then from there, he selects his major, computer information systems. After selecting his major, the calculator shows him all the estimated tuition ranges and fees for both the university and the major itself. But it doesn't stop there. It also lets him factor in financial aid. He looks through the available financial aid options and he selects one of the scholarships he qualifies for. It's awesome to see the scholarship amount instantly deducted from his total cost right on the page, so he knows exactly what he's looking at financially. The calculator also gives him a total estimated cost at the bottom, combining tuition, fees, and any financial aid, making it easy to see the full picture. Once Frank is happy with the selections, he can save the calculator using the save button at the top. This way, he doesn't have to re-enter everything later. It gets stored right into his account, and he can come back, reload it, or even tweak his selections as plans change. This tool saved him a ton of time and gave him real numbers to work with, which makes planning for college way less stressful.
So let's say Frank has a question to ask. So, on our discussions page, there's different categories that you can filter through. You can see all discussions, your own, and the corresponding ones. If you were to look up search, depending on whichever text you needed to look for, there's a thread that matches that. Then, need a new discussion, let's say Q&A. Frank says, how much is tuition at Clemson? And then, that thread will be here. You can also delete the thread if you mess up at all. The same goes for if you click on a corresponding thread and add a reply, like, hey, Frank accidentally put that in the wrong account, so you can delete that and then go back. And that sums up our discussions post. It's just that easy to use. You can search, make a new thread, reply to people, and filter out what you're looking for. And it's easy to delete your own thread and your own reply if you have a mistake. It's just that easy.
Frank decides to add all his choices into his favorites pages. Here he can view all the favorite universities and majors that he has added. As you can see, he already has the University of South Carolina saved, and if you scroll down to majors, you can see that he has saved CIS, which is the major that he's seriously considering. One thing that Frank loves about the favorites page is that you can either sort them by recently added or alphabetically. Right now he has it selected on new to old, meaning that the most recent choices are at the top of his list. There's also a handy little filter that allows you to quickly switch between showing just universities, majors, or both at the same time. It's a simple way to organize your list without losing track of anything that you're considering, like Frank is doing so. Having all of his top choices in schools and programs saved here makes it easy for Frank to compare them side by side when it's time to make his final decision.
Before wrapping up, Frank checks out the About page and learns more about MajorHelp. He sees that their mission is to empower students by sharing real experience and honest feedback. They focused on university ratings, student life, and peer recommendations, all from a real student-driven community. It's good to know that the platform was built by students for students. Now, if Frank ever has questions or needs support, he can head over to the Contact Us page. Here, he can quickly send an email or connect with MajorHelp through Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. It's nice to know that there are real ways to reach out if he ever needs help during his search.
And that wraps up our walkthrough of MajorHelp. With MajorHelp, students, alumni, and professors can easily search for universities, explore majors, calculate tuitions, save their favorites, and connect with real student-driven community. Our goal is to make the college search process clearer, faster, and way less stressful, giving the users the confidence to make the best academic and career choices possible. Thank you for watching our demo, and we hope you enjoy exploring MajorHelp with us.